I'm back with another edition of the ongoing PC build today, and this video was a video that I was actually going to do a little bit later down the line, and I spoke about in my first video about how I was going to cut a window into the side of this case, and then I was going to do a video going, well, what do I do with this, what do I do with this hard drive thing that pops out. And I also said that putting 3.5 inch drives in this hard drive area was a bad idea due to cooling, and then also graphics card with it getting in the way. Since I've installed the GTX 950, I've found that it's slightly pushing on it, slightly pushing on the power pin. I don't have to screw it up and I can put the case on, but I just don't like anything pushing on a PCI slot, whether it's a graphics card or a sound card. You just shouldn't do that. So I've decided to do this video a little bit earlier, and it's about where am I going to put my hard drives? Where am I going to put my hard drives in this case? Originally, I was going to install like a dual caddy, a caddy that holds two 2.5 inch drives on top of the power supply. But last week I turned the power supply around, so you might not be able to see it from where you're in the position of this video now, that where the fan is now facing upwards to add more extraction. So I'm not going to cover this because that's going to choke the fan and could cause a burnout and could cause failure. So I ordered this, which is the Akasa, I think that's pronunciation, 2.5 inch SSD HD mounting bracket with a PCI slot. So that is going to slot just under here, and it's going to hold both of the drives. So I'm going to take you in for a little closer look at this and show you how this is a really good thing if you're in a small case, or maybe you might be removing, you could have a slightly bigger case and you're removing the cage because you want to put say liquid cooling in, like not like an all-in-one cooler, like you want to put your own pump in and stuff. This could really help you out, and I picked this up for, it's only a £5, but I did have to pay a £5 postage, so you pick this up for under, you know, about £10. So I'm going to take you in for a closer look. We're going to get it all installed, and yeah, it should solve this little problem now. Right, let's take a closer look at this mounting bracket then. Now, I've already removed the old metal hard drive area, and I've removed both the drives ready. So let's have a look at this. You can see it on the box. You can see it's like a PCI slot, which takes two drives. That was to see. Now it's finished in black. I've talked about a lot of spraying, but I'm not actually going to spray this white. This is going to get left black, and you'll see why later in the playlist. So let's have a look at it then. So here's the bracket where you can fit both the drives, which I've already removed mine for. At the moment we've got a Kingston SSD now 120GB, that's my system drive, and this is just an old Samsung Momentous 500GB drive that I pulled out of an old laptop, which I've got my game stored on, and I am going to upgrade that to a later point to a 7200 RPM drive. So these are the drives that will be going on it. And there's an installation manual to any newbies. You might need to have a look at that. I'm sure I can figure this out. There's little cards that you put in here. So you get these cards. I've installed one of these before for a friend, so I sort of know what I'm looking at. So here's all the screws and washers that you need. And then you have two different types of PCI slot. So here's more for your PCI Express slot, and here's for your old school sort of PCI slot, and that fits in different positions on this metal, and that's what helps hold it in, obviously, because if you just have the screw, it'll be hanging into a said area where you mount this. So I'm going to get all these drives mounted, and then we're going to get it installed. I've installed both the drives, and I will have to admit it is a little bit fiddly. Fiddly rating, I don't know, maybe a 7 out of 10. Only reason is, see these screws on the back that's included, there's washers included, and then first I didn't read the instructions. I put the washers on this side here, and this PCI bit that I'm using, it moved about a lot, so the washers have to go underneath. So what you need to do is put each washer over the hole in the drive and just sort of do one at a time flat, put it on top of it, and then as well as having your posi to tighten it up, just have yourself a little flathead screwdriver, and then you can move the washers and get them into space. And I also recommend not to just put one screw in and tighten it right up, just put it in a few turns and then tighten them all up together once you've got them all into position. But there we go, it's all nice. That's how it's going to fit in. I've decided to have the mechanical drive closer to the fans, so I'm just going to get that all put in now and show you how it looks. So I've just sized this up in the system, and I've decided to take the graphics card out just so I've got a bit of a better angle to look at. Now originally I had screws right down at the bottom here, but you need this PCI slotting out a little bit further just for it to fit snug. So you want the screws to the back here. I've already got my in position screw anyway, so I'm just going to slide it in. And it looks like that corner will fall quite a bit as you iron it up. Once I've got the screw tightened, you will see. And you see that's holding there nice and steady. So I'm just going to get my SATA cables plugged in, which I've moved. I might get some right angle cables for this that sort of just slot straight down. So I've reinstalled the graphics card now, and I'm really happy with the way this PCI hard drive caddy's worked out for me. My next thing's probably going to be looking at getting a modular power supply, because I don't like seeing all these coloured cables. But it's going to be nice once I've got the window as well. It's blocking out a lot of these sort of cables that I've got coming across, all my headers and power. So yeah, in general, anyone that's looking for something, whether you need to add more hard drives or whether you're going to, you know, take out some hard drive space so you can put in a radiator, which is what I do plan to put in here, which will hide a lot of this cable mess as well. I think this would really work out for you, and it's definitely a really cheap way of doing it. So thanks for watching, and there will be some more videos on the ongoing computer build coming up very soon.